Hi guys, Jen here with Blessed by Angels, and today I wanted to share with you a common concern that many people have when it comes to a spirit's transition and crossing over. This is a very common and great question, is were they alone? Were they in pain? Were they by themselves? And time again, I've had situations and circumstances where maybe someone was in contact with that person for a while. Maybe they were holding a grudge or they just couldn't be there to be with that person. And they worry like, man, were they in pain? Did they suffer? Did they struggle? Were they alone? And even if they were physically alone, so maybe say someone was by themselves in their house as they passed away, we might hold the grudge or the feeling of like, I should have been there. Why was I so heavy in my own anger to not show up? Or why was I too busy to not show up? I should have done something differently. There's a lot of regret that people can have when it comes to someone's passing or how they should have responded to someone's passing. Time and time again, I find that our angels on the other side want to offer closure and completion about their passing. I have never had someone ever express the fact that they were alone as they crossed over. Now, typically, when someone's body is being prepared to pass, I find that they are almost in between two realms. They're here, but not here all of the time. And they have ancestors and angels on the other side to help them fully cross over in a way of light so that they're not alone. And it might be people that we don't know here physically, but they know on the other side. And so I want to let you know that if you've experienced this, if you have felt grief or regret for not being there when someone took their last breath, I promise you that they had people on the other side to escort them and to help them have closure, completion about their life's journey here. And I want all that set in for a minute, that they were not alone as they crossed over. I have never experienced anyone be alone as they've crossed over. There's always angels there to assist them, to help them feel welcomed home, because of course their ancestors are excited for them. Regardless of how someone passes, they are never alone in their transition to the spirit realm, to the other side. Many people who have a lot of physical pain, maybe someone might have been brutally killed, or maybe their body was in a lot of pain, their body was slowing down. They look back, and I've had time and time again, where they look back and they say, I know my body experienced pain, but I wasn't experiencing it. I look back and I don't remember the pain in which I went through. I know that it was hard and my body was slowing down and my body was hurting, my body was in pain, but I don't remember the pain. It's almost like people say when you give childbirth, I don't know, I haven't had a child yet, but it's almost like in the moment you're like, I never want to experience this again. And then like 2 years later, you're like, oh, it wasn't so bad. And you forget what you felt. And it's probably a good thing you forgot because you might not want to do it again. I find that our loved ones connect to their passing if they might have had a physical pain or they might have slowed down in certain ways, that they look back and that they don't remember or feel the pain in which they went through. So I feel like that offers so much support and so much love in knowing that they were not in pain, or if they were in pain, that they weren't excruciating pain, and that they had people there to escort them or to welcome them home to the other side. And on top of that, they see and understand where our heart is at. And we might have anger towards someone. It might be a shock that someone passes away because we've had so much distance. But they're also aware of their choices and how their choices might have affected you and how your choices affected them. And so I find there's a space of love and infinity and hope and forgiveness that can take place if both parties are willing to look at that, to understand that, and to grow from it instead of hold on to it and make it be such a painful suffering or a cause of pain in that regard. I know that your loved ones have been taken care of safely, positively, and that they're not alone. I wanted to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for taking time to understand and to explore a little bit more about our angel messages from the other side. If you have experienced having hardship or grief in someone's passing, maybe you weren't there, Maybe they were alone, and maybe it's something you just can't find forgiveness within yourself, or you're holding on to it very heavy. I want to let you know that you are validated, that your feelings matter, that who you are matters, and that the choices that we make now of how we're going to move forward in life really is such a treasure for our loved ones on the other side. They don't want us to hold that guilt. They don't want us to hold that heaviness inside of us, because it only pulls us away from being able to experience this human experience now. If it takes time to go through these emotions and to feel these things, please give yourself the permission to feel that. And just know that as you feel it, you're going through the grieving process, and that's exactly what we need to be doing here in this physical form. You are not alone. Your angels are here to help. They're here to offer you guidance, support, comfort, understanding, so that you can find healing just as those on the other side have found healing as well. I wanted to thank you for watching. If this video has helped you in any way, or you feel it could help a family member or a friend, please send it their way. I'll be posting more videos about what our angels on the other side have come through with messages to help us find closure, completion, and happiness as well.